Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Today, we will be doing a case study about plastic pollution, facts and information. Before that, I will introduce my group members first. First, my name is Mohamad bin Sharif. I'm the group leader.
I'm Ashraf Hakimey bin Hermey.
I'm Aeisyah Nurhaneeq binti Anuar.
And I'm Jasmin binti Mohamad Zulkifly.
First and foremost, I will introduce about plastic pollution. Plastic pollution is accumulation of plastic objects and particles in the Earth's environment that adversely affects wildlife habitat, and also humans. Next, I will pass the presentation to Brother Ashraf to give summary about the article.
Alright, thank you, Brother Nausyad. For the summary of the article from our chosen article, which is Plastic Pollution, Facts and Information. The article said that plastic pollution has become one of the most pressing environmental issues. It is because of the mass production of plastics, which began just 6 decades ago, has accelerated so rapidly and has created 8.3 billion metric tons, most of it in disposable products that end up as trash. Then, countries with low recycling rates also has struggled to collect the discarded plastic. How did this happen? As we know, plastic very hard to decompose. It is because the plastic itself are made from fossil fuels. It's nearly impossible to decompose a plastic because most bacteria cannot break them down. Next slide. Plastics makes our life much more convenient. Many inventions today are made from plastics, so we can save our time and energy in our daily life routine. Plastic revolutionized medicine with life-saving devices, made space travel possible, lighten cars, saving fuel and pollution, and save lives with helmets and incubators. In this article also has mentioned about microplastics. What is microplastics? Microplastics is small plastic pieces less than 5 millimeters long, which can be harmful to our ocean and aquatic life. Once at sea, sunlight, wind, and wave action break down plastic waste into small particles. So microplastics are breaking down further into smaller and smaller pieces and have been found in municipal drinking water system and drifting through the air. Then this plastic pollution also can be harmful to our wildlife. Millions of animals are killed by plastic every year, from birds to fish to other marine organisms. Most of the deaths to animals are because by endangerment or starvation. Seals, whales, turtles, and other animals strangled by abandoned fishing gear and plastic. Next, I will pass to Sister Hani.
Next, we have found 3 economic concepts that are very prominent in the article, which is positive statement, microeconomic, and a hypothesis. So I will proceed to the first one. Positive statement. Positive statement is about analysis fact and data to establish scientific generalization about economic behavior. It is testable, can be tested to be true or false. In this slide, we provide the picture of the article that we pick up as positive statement. In this case, we study that the production of plastic will increase as time increases. Next slide. As you can see, the graph shows the increase in the production, and one of the reasons why this situation happened are the increase in global population. Increase in global population means more demand, and one of factor why demand for plastic is increasing because it is easy to use. And for me as consumer too, it's simple because we don't need to prepare anything before we go to shopping. Next, I will pass the button to Brother Nausyad.
Okay, thank you, Sister Aeisyah. I will go to explain about microeconomics. Microeconomics is the branch of economics that studies decision making by a single individual, household, firm, and businesses. So, in this article, the main study is about plastic pollution, and it only affects to animals, marine organisms, and also humans. So, we can see that it focuses on animals and humans only. In this case, we study about how plastic and its smaller particles, which is microplastics, can cause harm to living creatures and humans. Before this, Brother Ashraf has explained about microplastics. So, microplastics are a result from the breakdown of larger plastic items that are caused by ocean wave and sun radiation. So, we can say that plastics can choke and starve marine life, while microplastics can cause liver reproductive and gastrointestinal damage in animals. Humans are also vulnerable because we eat fish and other animals deprived with microplastics in their body. We can see the photo marine animal death caused by plastic waste in Southeast Asia. In Malaysia, we have recorded 2 cases of marine animal death, which is baleen whale and sea whale. Majority of the whale dead because of small pieces of plastics in their stomach. Next, I will proceed to Sister Ainur Jasmin.
Okay, thank you, Brother Nausyad. Okay, for my part, I will explain about the concept of hypothesis. Hypothesis is a preliminary statement derived from the observation. It is a testable prediction about how people expect to a change of circumstances. As you can see, this is the article that include the hypothesis concept. Okay, this article is showed about how people expect the increase of plastic production based on their observation. Based on our reading, there is an estimation by industry expert that new refining capacity in the next 5 years will increase and focus and become plastic focused. So the large firm of oil will compete to become main supplier of plastic production as demand of plastic production rises. Okay, next slide. Okay, as you can see the pictures, it's about the plastic production increases year by year. And look at the graph. The graph is production is plastic used by the industry, and packaging industry is the highest use the plastic production, and consequently it strengthened the hypothesis that stated about plastic production increases and expected to double by 2050. And in this case, we study the demand of plastics in industry increases because there will be plastic focus in the next 5 years. And for the conclusion, as time increases, the production of plastics in industrial sector also increases. Next, I will pass to the Brother Ashraf.
Thank you, Sister Jasmin. So for the solutions for this plastic pollution is, firstly, we need to reduce use of single-use plastics. We need to refusing any single-use plastics, purchasing and carrying with us reusable versions of those products. Next, recycle properly. Recycling helps keeps plastics out of the ocean and reduce the amount of new plastic in circulation. Lastly, spread the word. Stay informed on issues related to plastic pollution and help make others aware of the problem. I'll pass to next presenter.
And for the last part of our presentation is the summary from 3 economic concepts that we have chosen in the article. In positive statement, based on the data, we conclude that increase in population affect the increasing of plastic demand.
In microeconomics, plastic pollution can give damage to humans and animals.
And lastly, for the hypothesis is made based on the trend of increasing plastic production.
This is our references for our case study. And lastly, I think that's all from us. Thank you.